All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about two topics once again. So the first one's going to be about Pochettino and the possibility of him coming to Real Madrid. I know there's been talk a lot about Jose Mourinho coming to Real Madrid, and it's been pretty much imminent. And papers have really said like it's almost 100% sure, and things along those lines. But Pochettino actually gave out some interesting comments that could allude to the fact that he's not totally happy at Tottenham. So it's definitely a possibility, and hopefully, I just hope that we don't get Jose Mourinho. I've stated my reasons before, but I'll just state them right now. Yes, he does win you trophies. He will win you trophies, but the trophies come at a cost. And I think when you have other options, I'd rather go for the other options where the consequences or the cost is not as high. If you bring in a manager, let's say like Pochettino, you don't have that risk where the dressing room is going to be a total mess at the end. With Jose Mourinho, it's been proven throughout history that when he leaves the club, he leaves it in a total mess. It's a total shambles, and the next manager has to do the repairing, and it becomes tough. Yes, there is quite a response, though, however. As we've seen with Real Madrid, Mourinho left in the 2013 season. Then Ancelotti came in 2014, won us the Champions League. In Manchester United, you could see that Jose Mourinho left, and right when he left, he won Manchester United are doing well again. When he was at Chelsea, did good, then got them into 17th place. Then when he left, Gus Hiddink came, but then Conte came, and then they won the Premier League. So there's always that response where they do really good after that. But it's always a risk. I just don't want to see Jose Mourinho just breaking up the dressing room again. It's toxic. I remember the toxicity in the 13-14 season, and it was horrible. We all wanted him out. We all never wished to see him ever again. So I hope we don't see him. I hope we do see someone like Pochettino. So if you guys don't know, Pochettino, he's a 47-year-old manager from Argentina. He managed Espanyol in 2009 to 2012. He also managed Southampton in the 13-14 season, got them to 8th place, and then managed Tottenham in the 2014 season. So he did relatively okay, I would say, in his stint with Espanyol. I would say in his first season he did really good. He even got a 0-0 draw to Barcelona, which at the time Barcelona, I hate to say this as a Real Madrid fan, but they were very, very good at the time, one of the best teams in the world at the time. And he got a 0-0 draw to them. And then he got them also out of the relegation zone. So he did really good in his first season. But then the third season came, and then, he was last place. He didn't really go so good. Then he went to Southampton in 13-14. He got them 8th place. And Southampton had just recently been promoted. So it was quite a feat to do something like that. And he got some notable wins with Southampton. I think he won 3-1 to Liverpool and like 2-1 to Chelsea. So he did really good with Southampton. And then he came to Tottenham in 2014. And Tottenham, you could say, are now kind of relevant again. Whereas before, they were just kind of under the radar. Yeah, they were there, but it was not that. They weren't maybe like a main figure, I would say, as they are now. And I'm not saying they're a main figure now, but they're a lot more talked about or regarded as, one of the top teams in England, whereas before it was just always right under. And now they're in that top 4 bracket, which before, they basically never did, to be honest. So he's managing Tottenham at the moment. His style of football is high pressing, attacking football. So obviously something that could that he could bring to Real Madrid. We're already playing that way, but hopefully he kind of brings different things to the table, things like that. He often sets up the team as a 4-2-3-1. So if you guys have seen in recent games, we've been setting up at 4-3-3 with a CDM. However, with Pochettino in, he might set up the team at 4-2-3-1, meaning that we'll have just one striker, and then we'll have 3 people behind the striker. So it would be something good because obviously he could put in a center attacking midfielder, and to be honest, we have quite a few center attacking midfielders that could, that are definitely good. They're I don't know why they're not being used. Like Isco's not being used. Then you have James Rodriguez coming back from loan. Uh, you could say you have Odegaard, and Odegaard, he's doing good at the moment. He's doing good. He's 20 years old. He's still young, but I think his time will come. I've seen really good things I saw really good things of him when he was only 16 or 17, 16 actually, something like that. But he was really good. I saw really good things of him. Pochettino I think would be great for us. He develops youth, which at the moment at Real Madrid, which is kind of a paradox in some way, is that we have a lot of youth, and we need to develop it, and we need we need a manager who will develop it, and Pochettino will develop the youth. Jose Mourinho, as we all know, does not develop youth at all. I mean, barely touches it. He touches it if he has to. You know, but really he doesn't develop them. He doesn't make players better, And Pochettino is a manager who does. He improves players on an individual level. So I think Pochettino it would be a great fit. I mean, I know he's an Argentinian coach, and maybe the last one didn't work so well, which was Solari. Solari's reign is not done, but we all know it'll end, and we all know it'll end by this summer for sure. And Pochettino already speaks Spanish. He's already managed in La Liga. So, why not? Why not? I think this would be such a perfect fit. I just can't see any other manager that would fit us better than Pochettino at the moment. And let me talk about his comments too. He pretty much said, I'm going to quote this also. He said, and I quote, "Of course I'd come back to Spain. I'm always open to new projects, and hopefully one day I'll be there playing and winning football. It's clear that people think we're doing a good job in Tottenham. It was a great achievement to finish third last season and reaching the Champions League quarterfinals. Perhaps this interview will make my president angry, or maybe not. Maybe I'll be happy about it. Or maybe he'll be happy about it, sorry." So he said, of course I'd come back to Spain. So obviously that just opens the pot. Obviously he's going to come back. That's what he said. Of course I'd come back to Spain. I'm always open to new projects. Real Madrid, a new project, It's not that it needs a complete rebuild, but it is a new project. It needs some rebuilding. And this is a new project for him. And he says, hopefully one day I'll be there playing good and winning football. Real Madrid, he can play that way. He can play winning football, and he can win trophies at Real Madrid, something that he hasn't done as of yet. But I definitely think he can do. I don't think there's too many worries on that. But yeah, he did mention Real Madrid, like I said, but it's pretty much the only team that's being linked to him at the moment. It's I mean, the job is pretty much there for the taking, and that chance doesn't come up too often. He did sign a 5-year contract last year for Spurs to have him until 2023, and we'd have to negotiate with Daniel Levy. Now, Daniel Levy is a stubborn man, very hard to negotiate with. Gareth Bale was one of the biggest transfer sagas that we've had here at Real Madrid. Manchester United was interested in Pochettino just a few months ago, and they said that, Tottenham said that they'd have to shell out around 34 million euros to acquire his services. However, with the advent of Ole, the interest has dwindled down. So, Manchester United aren't interested anymore. The only option for him, or I wouldn't say the only option, but a good option for him would be Real Madrid. So I think that there's definitely a possibility of him coming to Real Madrid. Now, I'm going to be talking about the rebuild. Like I said, we're not in a crisis. A lot of these players, they have experience, they have pedigree, they know what it's like to win, they know success, they know like I said, they know what it's like to win. They know the process of it. So it's not like we just need a complete rebuild and a lot of these players are old. No. A lot of these players are, exactly what we need, and it's just that these players are not playing to their full capacity or their full potential, This is the same team that won 3 Champions Leagues back to back, You got to think about that. It's crazy. So the goalkeepers that we have at the moment, Courtois, Navas, Zidane. Do we need anyone there? Not really. We have Navas. I would like to see Navas starting in just all the time over Courtois. I think Courtois will come good, and I know I've been bashing him a lot, but I think he will come good. When I saw him at Atletico Madrid, I thought he was an incredible goalkeeper. Yes, when I saw him go to Chelsea, I didn't really think much of him, but I hope Courtois will come good, and I think he'll come good. Navas, I really hope we see Navas. I just hope he doesn't leave. He's such a good goalkeeper. I saw him in Levante. Thought he was a fantastic goalkeeper. I remember when he came to Real Madrid, and Real Madrid, a lot of Real Madrid fans weren't sure of him. My uncle, one of the fans, just included in that bracket. But Navas has proven himself, and now people want Navas to start. It's just incredible the turn of events that can happen. So goalkeepers, we don't really need anyone. Right back, we have Carvajal, Aldriozola. We don't really need anyone there. I don't really see the point in that. Center back positions, we have Ramos, Varane, Vallejo, Nacho, and Militao, who's going to come in the summer. Apparently, there has been an agreement between Real Madrid and Porto to bring him to Real Madrid. Do we really need someone at the center back position? Well, Ramos is getting old. Vallejo is up and coming. I can see him doing really good. And Nacho is a squad player, I would say. And Militao is a young center back. I would maybe like to see one more proven center back, and that would be maybe Van Dijk or Koulibaly. I think one of those two center backs could prove to be really good for Real Madrid. I think just because we just need more. How can I say this? Look, Ramos is getting older. He might get injured. Vallejo is young. I haven't seen what he's able to do exactly. I know he'll be good, but we just need someone who's ready made. I feel, and I think Koulibaly could fit that position very well. But anywho, that's what I think. The left back position, Marcelo and Reguilon. And then we have Theo Hernandez, who's coming back from loan. So we have three players there at that position. Marcelo might be the one who's going. I think Reguilon and Theo Hernandez can do a very good job there. I don't think we really need anyone. At the CDM position, we have Casemiro and Llorente. That's pretty good. I think that's good enough. Those two players are very solid. Llorente does get injured quite a bit, but I think he'll come good. I've already seen him. He's really good. Casemiro too, solid. Maybe not as solid as in recent weeks, but I think that's just a lack of confidence, and I think that's disseminated throughout the team. So for the CM positions, we have Cruz, Modric, Valverde, Ceballos, and we're gonna have Kovacic back from loan. So we're pretty much good on the midfield positions. The only thing that I would say is that Modric is getting older, and we do need another midfielder to come in, and I'm hoping that Kovacic can do a really good job at that because, Kovacic is not a kind of a CDM. He's really that CM that'll push forward, that'll get the counterattacking started, that'll pass the ball, that'll make those clinical passes. And then Cruz is 29. He's still got years left in him. He's not finished like people are saying. Then in the center attacking midfielder position, you have Isco, you have Brahim Diaz, who's developing. Odegaard coming back from loan. You have James Rodriguez, who's coming back from loan. To be honest, I would like to see Isco and James Rodriguez plays those position. I think that both of those players can do the job very good there. As for forwards, we have Asensio, Lucas Vasquez, Vinicius, Bale, Benzema, and Mariano. And then on loan, we have Raúl de Tomás, and then we have Borja Mayoral. Now, Borja Mayoral, I've never seen it really in him. I've never seen anything special about him. However, Raúl de Tomás is having a really good season with Rayo Vallecano. I've seen some of his stuff. He's very, very good. He's fast. His movement's good. He can shoot with both feet. He's got long shots. He's very, very good player. And I think he can come good for Real Madrid. Mariano is a player, like I said, I would definitely love to see a lot more of, and I hope he'll be a lot more involved next season. I've seen very good things. Mariano's like a warrior, man. He gets in the box, he fights, he runs. This guy's from, I think he's Dominican, so he obviously wants to prove something, and I think he will come good for us. And then you have Rodrigo coming from Brazil, who's another Brazilian, so he's obviously going to get along well with Vinicius, and hopefully we can see some kind of partnership there. But like I said, they're both young. You know, they're both young. We have to be patient with them. Do I want another player? If this is difficult, I think we just need one more player, just a ready-made player, and I think Eden Hazard would be perfect. We just need to bring in Eden Hazard. Although I've been critical of him and things like that, I think he would be a good fit for Real Madrid. And he wants to come to Real Madrid. Why not? You know, we should have done this last summer, really. And I think Florentino Perez should have gotten this done last summer. But anywho, hopefully we get that done. Hopefully Hazard does come to Real Madrid. That would help us so much. And obviously all these loanees that'll come back to Real Madrid will help us so much, so much, so much. So that's all I have for you guys today. What do you guys think about players coming in, players going out? What do you guys think about Pochettino too? Do you think Pochettino would be a good fit for Real Madrid, or do you think Mourinho is the better fit? Probably a lot of you guys will go with Poch, but never know. Maybe some people will think Mourinho's the perfect fit for Real Madrid. So let me know in the section below. And thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and have a good day. Have a good night, wherever you are.